Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today's question on arrays topic is minimum platforms. The question states that given arrival and departure times of all trains that reach a railway station, find the minimum number of platforms required for the railway station so that no train is kept waiting. The question also says that the arrival time of one train can be equal to the departure time of other. In such cases, we need two different platforms. Let's have a look at the examples. In example 1, the number of trains is 6 and there are two arrays, namely arrival and departure, which shows the arrival and departure time of these 6 trains. So train 1 arrives at 9 and departs at 9:10. So we will need a platform in order to stop this train. Train 2 arrives at 9:40, which is after the departure of train 1. So we can stop the train at the same platform. So the platforms needed are 1. Train 3 arrives at 9:50, which is before the departure of train 2. So we will need a different platform to stop this train. Similarly, train 4 arrives at 11, which is before the departure of train 2 and 3. So it will also need another platform. So the platforms needed or platforms required till now are 3 platforms. Now, train 5 arrives at 15, which is after the departure of 2, 3 and 4. So it can be stopped at any one of these platforms. So the platform required are still 3. And finally, train 6 arrives at 18, which is after the departure of 2, 3 and 4, and it is before the departure of 5. So it can be also stopped at any one of these platforms. So the total minimum number of platforms required are 3. Let's consider example 2, which consists of 3 trains, and train 1 arrives at 9 and departs at 10. Similarly, train 2 arrives at 11, which is after the departure of train 1. So it can be stopped at the same platform. Similarly, train 3 arrives at 12:35, which is after the departure of train 2. So it can be also stopped at the same platform. So the minimum number of platforms required in this case is 1. Let's try to visualize the problem with the help of an example. So let's consider there are 5 trains which will be arriving at this station, whose platforms are numbered from 1 to 5, and we have two variables called platforms and min platform. So the platform variable holds the value of current number of platforms, whereas min platform holds the value of minimum required platforms in order to stop all the trains. So train 1 arrives and the values of platform and min platform will change to 1. Similarly, train 2 and 3 arrives and we have the values of platform and min platform as 3. So now train 3 departs and the value of platform is 2 because we have two current platforms, whereas the value of min platform remains 3. Now train 4 arrives and the value of platforms will change, whereas the value of min platform is still 3. Train 1 departs and the value of platform is 2 now, and finally train 5 arrives and the value of platform is 3, as well as the value of minimum platform is 3 as well. So we have minimum required platforms as 3. So now let's look at the approach to solve this particular problem. Let's consider the same example as given in the question, where the arrival and departure times of the trains is given by the array ARR and DEP respectively. We initialize few variables like count and max and initialize them to 1. These variables are similar to the one which we have seen in the previous slide as platform and min platform. We also declare I and j and point them to 1 in arrival array and j to 0 in the departure array. The right side of the screen shows the algorithm to solve this particular problem. So first we sort the arrival and departure arrays. Since the arrival array is already sorted, we sort the departure array. And then we run a while loop for I is less than n and j is less than n. And then we check whether if arrival of I is less than or equal to departure of j. That is, we check whether if 9:40 is less than or equal to 9:10, and since it is not, therefore we are in a else part and we increment j as well as decrement count value. So the updated count value is 0. And again we check whether if arrival of I is less than or equal to departure of j. That is 9:40 less than or equal to 11:20? And yes, 9:40 is less than 11:20. Therefore, we increment the value of I, increment count as well, and we check whether if count is greater than max. Since it is not, therefore we move further and check whether if 9:50 is less than or equal to 1120, and since 950 is less than 1120, therefore again we increment I and count as well, and again we check whether if count is greater than max, that is, do we require more platforms than the minimum required, and we update the value of max as 2. That is, until now we have 2 minimum platforms required. So again we check whether if 11 is less than 1120, and since 11 is less than 1120, again we increment I, increment count as well, check whether if count is greater than max, and count is greater than max, that's why we update the value of max as 3. So till now we have got that we require minimum 3 platforms. Again we check whether if 15 is less than 1120, and since it is not, therefore now we are in a else case, and we increment the value of j and decrement count value. Again we check if arrival of I is less than or equal to departure of j, that is 15 less than 1130, and since it is not, therefore again we are in a else part, we increment j and decrement count. Again we check whether if 15 is less than 12, no it is not, therefore again we increment j and decrement count. So the value of count is 0 now. Again we check whether if 15 is less than 19, and yes it is, therefore we are in a if condition, we increment the value of I as well as count. We check whether if count is greater than max, and it is not, therefore we move further and again check whether if 18 is less than 19, and yes it is, therefore again we increment I, increment count, and check whether if count is greater than max, no it is not, therefore we end the while loop. Since I is not less than n, I exceeds the value of n, therefore finally we return max value as the number of minimum platforms required, which is 3. So now let's begin with the actual code. The driver code is already given, we just need to complete the find platform function. The arguments to the function are the arrival time, the departure time, and the number of trains, which is n. So as we have seen in the explanation part, we first declare few variables, like we initialize count and max to 1. We also declare I and j in order to traverse the arrival array and departure array. We initialize I to 1 and j to 0. Then we sort the arrival and departure array in ascending order. And after sorting, we run a while loop with the condition I is less than n and j is less than n. And we check whether if arrival of I is less than or equal to departure of j. And if so, then we increment I as well as we increment count. And we check whether if count is greater than max, and if count is greater than max, then we update the value of max as count. And in case arrival of I is not less than or equal to departure of j, then we insert an else condition where we increment j and decrement the count value. And finally we can return max. So that's it, we are done with our code, and now we can compile it. So the code is compiled successfully and we get the output as 3. So now we can proceed further to submit it. And our code got submitted successfully. So if you found the video helpful, do hit that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more such upcoming videos on must-do coding questions for interview preparation. Thank you.